All right, welcome back to the show. We call this our introducing segment, where it's time to catch a rising star. So introducing Brittney Melvin, Hartford, Connecticut, homegrown.
Yeah.
Dropped your first CD. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I hear some good things about you. Now, you grew up in Hartford, from Puerto Rico, I believe?
My mom's from Puerto Rico, so I'm Puerto Rican descent, but I was born and raised in Hartford.
Okay, so tell us about your ascent from Hartford kid to now dropping this first CD and your desires to be a star, international star.
Okay, so my name is Brittney Melvin. I go by Brittney Crush. I'm from Hartford, Connecticut, and I'm really blessed. Right now I'm in school, and I just dropped my first project entitled Not Another Female Singer.
Now, what does that mean? Now, you have your CD right here.
This is for you.
And you can thank us for me. You have to sign this at the end, right? So let's talk about going from Hartford. How do you get to even drop a CD? What kind of discipline? A lot of people out there want to be singers and entertainers, right? What's the process like to go from?
It's definitely a big step once you decide that you want to be a singer. It's one thing for you to, have the desire to sing and always sing in the mirror. To be a singer, now it's, charisma. It's if you write your own music, which I do write my own music. From going from a Hartford child, always had dreams of being a singer, and to put it on a project is basically finding a recording studio, being disciplined enough to write and complete tasks. It's a very tedious activity when you're going and you're recording. You have to record sometimes over and over and over again, double stuff. So a lot of people say, oh, I want to be a singer, and then when it's time to actually buckle down, it's kind of like, oh, this is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
and then there's people, telling you, you got to re-record, you got to do this, so.
And then you have the entertainment side, then there's the business side to learn, right? But before we get to that, so who inspired you? Growing up, are there any singers in your family? What got you, who opened the doors for you to begin singing?
There's no one in my family who sings.
You're original.
I'm original.
You're the first Melvin to...
Yeah, I mean, my father sung. I've had people who sing, but nobody professionally, know. But I can say that singers who are already in the business would be, I grew up listening to Patti LaBelle, Tina Turner. My mom's friends always slid me CDs, so I always used to listen to what they were listening to, and it was always Tina Turner, Patti LaBelle.
I heard Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys, I loved Alicia Keys.
Now, what about Alicia Keys? What about Alicia Keys was inspiring for you? Tell me.
Alicia Keys is a real musician. She's a real musician. She can play by ear. She's beautiful. She plays piano. She songwrites, and she's genuine. A lot of singers nowadays, they get very superficial, and it's kind of like you can't relate to them. Alicia Keys she's a real. She's real. She has that
charisma too, right?
She has that charisma, and you know what? Growing up, she empowers young women. Remember that song Superwoman? I remember listening to stuff like that and wanting someone to look up to. And a lot of days, now we don't have people to look up to.
Now, I've also heard that Beyonce is a favorite of yours. Tell me about Beyonce. How do you compare Beyonce to Alicia Keys?
I did like Beyonce. I like Beyonce because, Beyonce, she made me want to dance, But I did always love Alicia Keys to the point where I always wanted to get my hair braided like Alicia Keys and play the piano like Alicia Keys. But I did love Beyonce. Who's
better, Beyonce or Alicia Keys? Pound for pound, who's...
Oh boy, I hope I never make it big and they look back at this tape and Beyonce comes at me. But I personally favored Alicia Keys because of how genuine she was, and I always stuck to her. But you know what? Beyonce can perform. Beyonce can perform. I went to a concert. My mom took me to a concert, and it was the ladies' tour. I don't know how old I was, and it was Beyonce, Alicia Keys, and Missy Elliott, and I love all of them. And I was just so ecstatic. And yeah.
Let's take a look at this YouTube video of you. Let's take a look at you in action. See what you got.
Okay.
All right, Brittney, crush.
Appreciate the time.
back in studio, and that looks to be like a shot in Hartford, am I right?
Yep, it is shot in Hartford. We shot that in Bushnell Park.
Yeah.
Actually, that scene towards the end, I was actually on an ice skating rink in high heels.
How tough was that?
It was so tough.
Talk about focus, right?
Yes, so if there's not a lot of movement going on, that's why I try to.
You better concentrate with that, right? That could be embarrassing.
Yes, yes, could be very embarrassing.
So how does that feel when you look at it now? Are you pleased overall when you see it for a second time, third time, 100th time now? What do you see where you could have improved?
I always think that I can do better, always. Sometimes to the point where people have to tell me, Brittney, it was good, don't worry. But I think that's healthy, that's good. What
do you want to work on?
I really want to work on, my writing a little bit more, and also musically. I want to work on taking more risks and also being able to harmonize and do stuff that you don't really hear singers doing nowadays. How
tough is it to write your own music? Everyone does write their own original material. How difficult is that?
I've been writing music for a while, since I was little. I always just used to like to write in my notebook, so writing music is not a problem. Usually when I hear the beat, I'm like, okay, this is definitely what the song needs to be about. It needs to be either be motivational or, okay, this is love, feeling heartbreak, this is what we're going with. And it usually comes, I starts with the chorus, and then the verse is just going, because I write what I feel, so it's true to me. It's not like I'm trying to write to impress anybody else, so it's easy.
And Stepping Stone was about what? What inspired you with the song we saw there, Stepping Stone? What was the...
Stepping Stone was motivational because a lot of singers today, we're not talking about, it's hard. It's hard. It's not hard just to be a singer. It's hard just to be a human. There's people...
What's the hardest part?
To be a singer?
And human.
Both. I would say, me speaking personally, it's hard because sometimes I feel I have to please everybody. I have a lot of family. I have a lot of people looking up to me, and sometimes I feel like I'm torn. A lot of times it's like, oh, you're doing this, or oh, you don't know nobody anymore. So it's kind of like, you want me to keep my class and you want me to do this, but when I do it too much, now I don't know nobody because I'm not, you know, so that gets hard.
A lot of haters out there, right?
Right.
We'll talk about how you deal with the haters, because that always happens when you're focused and you aspire to be something, the haters come out, right? So we'll talk about in the third segment how you deal with the haters. We'll talk more about the CD, Not Another Female Singer. Her name is Brittney Crush, also known as Brittney Melvin, her real name. We'll come back with the Stan Simpson Show and talk about this Hartford star on the rise. Remember, catch our show 24/7, ctnow.com/Stan. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Don't go away.